So every time I do one of those lists where I tell you what's coming out for the month, there's always a few surprises of what was released, which is great for me because, it's a nice little surprise. Like, oh, even though I researched and I researched and I looked and I looked, I couldn't find anything else, and other things pop up. One of those things being this random Redbox rental, The Terror of Hallows Eve. Now, I go to Redbox on Tuesdays on my phone and I look through it. I look through the coming soon, but sometimes the coming soon isn't updated right. Like, it'll say these are the movies coming out, and then I'll check on Tuesday and there's like 3 or 4 extra titles in there, like last second on the day of. So you kind of have to check on Tuesday if you want to see what else has come out. It happens once in a while, and this was one of them. I did not see this on the list of coming soon stuff, so this just got thrown in on Tuesday, and I rented it, and I knew nothing about it, so I put on a trailer for a good 15, 20 seconds, no, maybe like 45 seconds, and it instantly said MTI. Anytime I see MTI Entertainment, I'm like, oh, this movie's gonna suck bad. This is gonna be low produced garbage. And the trailer was playing, and I was like, this trailer's actually good. Like, wow, the production value looks good. And then I saw the creature effects. And I was like, what the fuck is that? That looks fantastic. Holy shit. So I turned it off immediately. As soon as I saw the practical creature effects, I was like, what is this? I gotta get this. So I went out, I rented it, and I checked it out, mostly blind. It is directed by a guy named Todd Tucker. I'm not sure if this is his first film, but I know it's one of his first if it isn't his first. He did makeup on Insidious Last Key, Ouija Origin of Evil, Watchmen, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Darkness Falls. He did all the stuff on that, which that witch is really kick-ass. He even did stuff on Apocalypto. Apocalypto is amazing. The practical effects, all that stuff is amazing. That's such a fantastic, gruesome film if you haven't seen it. It has Peter Jason in it. It has Doug Jones, Eric Roberts. Yes, Doug Jones plays a creature, of course. This movie was pretty damn cool, man. This was a fun fucking movie. Is it amazing? No. The acting is fine. It's pretty decent. Like, there's acting that's better than others, and then there's some that's a little rocky, but no one awful. It's well shot. The creature effects in it are excellent. The guy who did this movie, of course, kind of like reminds me like a Wishmaster. Not the the story kind of little-ish, no. But it reminds me of a Wishmaster where there's a special effects guy who comes in and makes a movie, and he showcases his practical effects. And, the story was pretty basic. A kid is bullied, and then he goes out and he finds this pumpkin, he takes it home and he carves it. He's a prankster, this kid. He goes out and he pranks people, kind of like Shelly in Friday the 13th Part 3. He's constantly pretending he's dead and doing things that piss people off. His prank does go way too far, to be honest. The first one he does, I'm like, dude, anyone would be fucking furious. But he finds this pumpkin, he carves it, and he finds this book about the prankster, this magical being. And he makes his wish, and he bleeds into the pumpkin, and then this trickster character comes to life and starts to give him his wish of being able to scare these people to death. And each one of these bullies kind of gets his own reality of scare. And so they kind of are pulled into these elsewhere worlds, and the things there are tailored to their fears. And the practical effects and the creature effects, I know I'm being a little redundant here, but they're just so cool and inventive. Yes, it's very, very low budget, so you got to look past a little bit of this and that. But I'll tell you this too. This has tons of homages to John Carpenter, tons of callbacks, references, outright names of towns. You'll probably figure out what town that is. and Peter Jason, who's in tons and tons of Carpenter stuff. And something that absolutely blew my mind was one of the best tracks from John Carpenter's Lost Tracks is in this movie, almost in full. It plays for like 3 minutes. So you get a John Carpenter Lost track in this movie while people are calling out Carpenter stuff and having Carpenter alums that have been in tons of his movies. Awesome. This is an absolute must-watch for fans of practicals. John Carpenter, low-budget filmmaking. What a gem. I want to reiterate, this is not great. People always take these reviews and they're like, man, I thought it was going to be a masterpiece. It's not. It's a damn fine watch for low-budget creature feature, showcasing practical effects and awesome homages to John Carpenter, in addition to his fucking music, which we've never heard in a film, being used in this film. Awesome stuff. Check this out. High recommendation from me for people who like that kind of stuff. People who are into like high budget, jump scare horror, blah, blah. This isn't your kind of movie. But people like me, you know who you are. Check this out. Support it. This needs a support. When this comes out, I want a Blu-ray though. The DVD quality of this is not good, but it would look much better in Blu-ray, as long as it's a proper Blu-ray, obviously, a 1080. Like, I want a good copy. I will buy this when it comes out on a Blu-ray. So if I see it at Walmart on Blu-ray or something, I'm picking it up. It is worth going in the collection. Cool movie. Let me know if you watch it. All right, guys.